Hey Leo, your November tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I am trying a new layout, so instead of doing all the clarifiers on the theme, I just have your theme with your week to week here in these two card columns. Career and finance here, love down here, and then this month I'm doing a bonus message from the happiness deck. So your theme is bamboo mushroom fertility. So you're spreading something this month like perhaps ideas or creativity, and it's effortless somehow. Like you're not having to work for it. The wind or the momentum is doing it for you, almost like a viral video or like seeds being carried on the wind. Some of it is by relationship building and pooling talents, collaborating. There is mutual teaching happening, and also it reminds me of like having after climbed the ladder, letting it down for the next person. So that could be something that you're doing, or someone could be doing it for you and giving you a leg up. Now, week one, you have the Eight of Books, which is the Eight of Cups, I believe, in this deck, and the King of Candles, or Wands, or Fire. So there's moving on reluctantly, and then there's being so focused on what you're moving towards that you leave dust trails. So there's a sense of deciding to withdraw from further emotional investment in something. But for some, it's made easier by that hyper intentionality and fixation on a new goal that you're just not bothered to look back. And for others, it's more that the new goal is the actual impetus to walk away from something that you had once poured your heart into. So one's more of a focus, one's more of the reason. So it feels more exciting and motivating than regretful or sorrowful. For a lot of you, there is a discovery of an easier way than what you were doing, a way that's more supported externally as well. Now, week two, you have the Seven of Candles with the Fool. So this follows nicely and carries on with that theme of a new direction. But now it's like setting up the guardrails, or like gutter guards, kind of like they use in bowling. And with a boundary in place, you can let loose and go all in because that safety is preset. I hate to use this term, but like, you're idiot proofing one of the systems in your life. Fix it and forget it energy. So, okay, imagine coloring, right? But instead of the lines just drawn on the paper, they're raised just a little bit so that you could kind of go wild and not have to hold back that part of yourself that has to be on guard watching for the borders. It's like getting confirmation of a clear bill of health and a vasectomy, so you can put all of that out of your mind and just go all in and have fun, right? As an example. Or like a fenced yard for a dog to run his little heart out. So you're creating your perimeter to do whatever your little heart out. Now, week three, you have the Star with the Chariot. What do they say in Peter Pan that makes you fly? Is it happy thoughts and pixie dust? This week, you get an injection of liquid Schwartz in your fuel tank, if anyone remembers Spaceballs. There's what appears to be some sort of spiritual assistance or help from above. Not so much externally, but like it's like E.T.'s light up finger touching your chest, and it's like an ignition inside, catalyzing you to bolt towards a victory. Something is giving you hope enough to try to make a bold move that you might not have made otherwise. This is usually what the universe will do first when it's time for a change. And if that doesn't work, then it turns up the heat under you until the discomfort outweighs the inertia. And if that doesn't work, well, that's when we see the Tower. So do it on your terms right now. So week four, you have the Five of Books, the Knight of Blades. They're advising you to verbalize or communicate any difficult emotions you have at this time. Whether you journal it just for you or you share on social media, that gives others the gift of being able to share their stories of support to hold you energetically. And also, no question is a bad question. Ask why like a little kid, all the way to the core. Why? It's the necessary work of picking up the pieces from a setback so that you can learn for next time. And if you are recovering from a loss, they're encouraging curiosity and sharing, but at the very least, putting it into words. Now, for career and finance, you have the Two of Swords with the Strength. So you're staying cool like Captain Kirk in the Kobayashi Maru. There might be no right answer other than to keep your composure and not flinch in the face of what might appear to be a stalemate. If you find yourself faced with indecision, don't force yourself to choose just to choose. And remember that sometimes no choice is a choice and silence is an answer. Now, with patience, a third option or a combination of the two options could become clear. And I also want to add, when in doubt, choose grace or choose discipline, whichever one is more relevant to the situation. Now, if you do prefer data for decisions, it might not be the most super useful thing here, or it could be muddy. So if you do have to choose something and make a choice, the logic is just not helpful, they're saying just animal instinct. Your animal instinct will be serving you this month. So for love, you have the High Priestess with the 8 of Pots or Cups again. So from a place you might not be able to explain, you could be feeling a desire for more arise, or the person on your mind is desiring more than the situation they're in, and you can sense that about them. There's a subtle shift in energy, a disturbance in the force, if you will, and you can feel a movement away from something that's hit a dead end, and the beginning of investing more in self and the search of greater fulfillment. The 8 of Pots is a moving on energy, and you have it again over here in that first week. It's the same energy. So it's likely you who is seeking greater satisfaction. But with the High Priestess, you're not saying this out loud. And if it is the other person leaving their situation and coming towards you, a situation they believe would be more loving, they aren't communicating that either. Not verbally anyway. The signs would be subtle. It could only be a decision at this point, not an action. High Priestess also represents your connection to your higher power or higher self. So an existing connection could be elevating and connecting on that level as well. So finally, for your little happiness quote, it says, ha! I can't make this up. It says, have faith, develop a bond with a spiritual power. So yeah, getting in touch with your High Priestess energy there. All right, Leo, much love. That's what I have for you now, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.